Alright guys, clearly this is not a flattering look. I am in the bright sunlight in my yard and it's like hard to see and all that stuff. So what we're going to do is use our diffusion panels and see how they look and compare the results. So here I have my one on the sticks with the plastic, and I'm going to have to, my arms are going to look weird, I'm not going to look normal, but here we go. Oh, there we go. But you can see how much better that lighting looks. It's so much softer. I don't have as many, I don't have like harsh shadows on my face. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure you're careful that you don't get things like that going on, or if I had a bright part on my shirt, that's not going to look good. So when you're doing this, it helps to have an assistant, we call it. And that's a good job for you guys as beginning photographers. So they can actually hold the panel and you can direct them. So that looks good. That's the plastic one. One thing you'll notice is that you can see, there we go, that if I turn my head slightly right here, I'll get more of a loop lighting, so you're seeing that nose shadow. So you'll still get that if you use diffusion, it's just way softer. And then, let's see, I can't, oh there we go. That here is gonna be, there we go, Rembrandt lighting. So what you're looking for is that triangle on the, where your nose shadow hits the cheek shadow and creates a triangle underneath your eye. So there is that look. Now, and there it is with diffusion, so it's much more subtle. All right, now we're gonna try out our tissue paper frame that we made. So here's before, and then this one's a lot easier to hold because the other one had two sticks. This is after. And notice I'm moving it so that my shirt is also diffused because I don't want weird things. And then also you don't want the diffuser to show up in your picture. So you just have to make sure that you're holding it well. So let's stop. So again, I'm just holding this, blocking the sunlight, which is at a 45-degree angle from my face. So that's why I'm getting, again, here's my Rembrandt without diffusion, and here it is with diffusion. There it is without, there it is with. All right, and for our last trick, actually, and I might, before I go any further, well, let me show you. We're gonna use the diffuser, but you can also bring in a reflector as well. So I can actually, ooh, that's intense. But I could, let me use the white one. And that'll just bounce some light back into that shadow so it's even less. Or what I can do is actually put the black card to the side, and now I'm getting, so you can see it's there. I'm gonna put it out of the frame. So now it's actually making the shadow darker. So there is just diffusion and now dark shadow. See how it gets much more dramatic. All right. For our last trick, like I said, we are gonna do our plastic bag trick. So I'm gonna start off with just the kind of smoky, what do you call it? Not smoky, frosted, and just see what happens. I'm getting weird, look at that. Getting super weird. It's kind of cool, for not this project but more creative project. I'm getting all sorts of weird words and stuff, and it's not quite diffused enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the bag back on. All right, so now I have the bag on, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold it. And this is a little dark, So what I might do is I would actually, if I was going to use this one, but I like the tissue paper the best, but I would actually just probably do one layer of the plastic bag. I'm going to take a few pictures and then we're done. All right, so the last thing to note is, and I'm going to use the diffuser to block the sun from my eyes, is when you're doing your lighting patterns. So what you want to keep in mind is that it just depends on the position to the light. So right now I have a 45-degree angle to the sun, so I can do like loop lighting, Rembrandt lighting, like that. So, and it's cool because it like, if you turn your head at the right angle, you can also like illuminate that eye, but it's all dark around it, so it makes that eye really pop. You can also do butterflies, so it just depends on this one. You can see my tripod. Let's see. But you can do butterflies, so you want the light right in front of you, so you're getting the shadow under your nose. And then for the quote unquote under light, what you're gonna want to do is probably bounce a reflector in the sun. So if I take this, I'm gonna go back around that way. If I take this and then if I'm able to find sunlight, there we go, switcheroo, find sunlight, there we go. Might be able to light from below. Another thing you could do to show me monster light is actually just like get a flashlight or something underneath and light below. All right, hopefully that helped and you get a better understanding of how to use diffusion. I think it's one of the easiest ways to really make a portrait look really good, no matter what type of lighting that you have. You just want to pay attention to the background. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. Because there's things that blow out, so you can either go for that look if that's what you're going for and use a really bright background so then you stand out, or you can do something where you're brighter and then the background's all in shadow. So just consider how bright the background is in relation to you or the subject. All right guys, good luck. I'm excited to see your photos.